And we're live, people. We're here. Goonerz Therapy, Goonerz Divided, second episode. Myself, Realist Gooner. Big up the co-host, Stan the Gooner.
In the building, come on. Let's go.
Come on. Very special guest we got in there as well. Shout out Arsenal Revolution TV Rashid.
Yeah.
Rashid, my guy, what you saying?
I had to, like I said backstage, bro. I had to be in this battle. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the other side of the fence, what everybody's thinking there. So yeah, man, you dress with your facts, and I'll say my facts, and yeah, let's go have a great show, bro. Let's have a great show.
People, we got another guest coming on. It's actually my fault. I thought I'd sent him the stream and I ain't sent it to him. He's just messaged me now. I've sent it over to him. We've got Anton coming over, but I'll big him up when he comes on. But just so everyone gets the picture, we've got if you watch the show, you'll know by now. You know, obviously it's Realist Dan and it's Dan the Gooner, but we call him Negative Dan, we call me Positive Dan. But jokes aside, you know, he feels Arteta can't get us over the line. Our special guest here, Rashid, believes the same thing. I'm fully on the Arteta boat. Yeah, I'm on that boat right to the end. And Anton, who's about to join us any minute now, is on the same boat as me when it comes to Mikel Arteta. So we're going to get into that. That's going to be the main topic. And then we're going to get through loads of other stuff as well, man. Big up everyone watching.
100%. So I think we should start with, obviously, the win. Nottingham Forest, 3-0. How you feeling about that win, Rashid, man?
It's a good win. It's a good win. It's always a good win, isn't it? But did I see the same stuff that I've been seeing for 2 years? Yes, I have. You know what I'm saying? But plan A worked. Can I say that? Plan A worked. That's the best way to put it. We saw some players surprising us. You know what I'm saying? I want to big them up as well. Like Mosquera, Madueke, you know, I'm harsh on Madueke, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want him to come. Not just the reason because of everybody else is thinking, but from the fact that kind of money, if we added a little bit to it, we could have got like a serious winger. We're talking like, obviously Rodrigo, now we know that he stayed at Real Madrid or whatnot, but I wanted someone like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I wanted someone up there. I wanted someone where like people turn around and be like, yo, like you see how Verts joined Liverpool, regardless of how Verts is doing. But what I mean is like the vibe, the hype. You know what I'm saying? The hype. I wanted someone to kind of like hype up the Arsenal fans and be like, yo, bro, we can go for it this season. You know what I'm saying? We got a star. Because
did Eze not give you that feeling, Rash?
Maybe for the second 45, the first 45, I don't think he touched the ball. I'll be real.
No, I'm saying when we signed him though, as opposed to signing Rodrigo.
Eze's a top baller, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. But like I'm talking about a whole kettle of fish, like a different kettle of fish, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like the Rodrigos of this world, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like Eze is not up there yet. He can get up there, yes, but right now, I don't know, man. Rodrigo or Eze. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I'm just talking about like I want an elite player where like elite. I want elite player. But obviously, Eze is very good. I think that very good and very elite, like borderline. I'm saying like borderline. You know how like you've got
I think Eze was the better signing than Rodrigo though. I mean, we always say that we want someone that's ready now. Rodrigo, yeah, he's been a fringe player at Real Madrid, but Eze, he's Premier League proven. He's lit up the Premier League. He showed he could score in big games. He won. Crystal Palace have never won a trophy. They've had great players, Wilfred Zaha, the streets will never forget Balassi. You know what I mean? They've had decent teams over the years. They've never once won a trophy. And you know, this guy, he scored. You know what Aubameyang done for Arsenal that year? That's what he done. He scored in the semi. He scored in the final. I think he was born to play for Arsenal. And there was one little bit at the Emirates the other day, Dan. We were there together, bro. When he got the ball and he nutmegged someone, we went past him, and I thought, bro, that's what I want to see.
We've been missing. That's what we've been missing.
Yeah, man, that little bit of like, you know, that's not coached. That's not coached.
Are we going to use it though?
Hmm?
Are we going to use it? Think about it. Yeah, you've got Eze on the left. Let's be real. Like I said, 45 minutes, he barely touched the ball. Everything goes through the right. Everything goes through the right. There's some kind of imbalance in this team. Do you know what I'm saying? There's some kind of like, why is everything going to the right? Why is every left wing that we put out there, Trossard, Martinelli, Eze, you know what I'm saying? They're barely touching the ball. You know what I'm saying? There must be something wrong on the left hand side.
Do you think there might be now that Eze's there and he's got a bit more quality? Do you
yeah, he's better than them.
Do you think there's going to be a bit of change because our goal did come from the left hand side, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It did because Eze's that good. You know what I'm saying? Because Eze's that good. Martinelli there. You know what Martinelli would have done? He would have blocked the ball. I don't know how. He would have tried to penetrate with the ball, lose it. He would never pass that first time. Do you know what I'm saying? He would have never passed that first time. Not to disrespect Martinelli, because 2 seasons ago we were loving Martinelli. And I'm saying we can't just forget. You know what I'm saying? But in football, it's competitive. Anybody that played football to any level, from Sunday League and up, you can lose your spot to another man. And I'm saying to another player. It is what it is. Yeah. You don't perform, you sit down on the bench.
I think confidence is key as well. I mean, like some players just live and breathe off confidence, and clearly Martinelli's confidence is shot to bits. And he's had moments when he scored against Madrid. I was there at the Bernabeu. I actually had a bet on that game, and I actually ended up winning me about $2,000. So that was, you know, just I love thinking about that. But I thought after he scored that goal, you know what? Maybe we're going to see a different Martinelli. Maybe that old Martinelli is going to come back. Do you know what I mean? But we just we see little glimpses every now and then, which is really frustrating about Martinelli. But let's go to Anton now. Big up Anton coming in. Remind us the name of your channel, Anton. I'm sure you've got a channel.
Yeah, I've got a couple of channels. So my main channel is Hot Sport.
Your football channel, yeah? Your football channel.
My football. Well, they're both football.
Soccer, yeah.
No. So my main channel is called Hot Sport. And I definitely do lots of Premier League content. So
in the description, I'll put it in the description as well.
It's in the description. Yeah. So basically, I do this thing called the Tiers, which is a bit of an American thing based off of FS1. So I make a tier of all the Premier League sides every single week. I do just kind of like other segments. One called Under Pressure, which is I put like one manager, one player, one club that's under pressure coming for the upcoming weekend, and another segment which is Upset Alert. So I talk about the teams that I believe that are on the way to be maybe dropping points in the week. So that's kind of the videos recently.
I've seen you do that. It's interesting, guys. So check it out. But let's go into Nottingham Forest, Anton. What was your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, look, I've been stressing this whole idea that Arsenal are not Stoke City for quite a while now. I just felt like in the opening fixtures, like as Dan has pointed out many times as well, that I just felt like we didn't have the correct sort of opponent or setting to be able to go out and play that style of football that we kind of saw on Saturday. And I always kind of felt like Andrea Berta's players had yet to really, like that team that we've been building throughout the summer was yet to really be shown in full flight. And still, even to this point, hasn't really. But I thought the performance on Saturday was exactly what I've been kind of just banging my chest about for it to look like. And I'm still not even quite yet. Like, it took us 45 minutes really, I think for some of those players, Joe, like Arteta said it at the beginning in the interview before the game, like this is a front three that has never played together ever, and we kind of throw them together for the first time, and it took them 45 minutes, I think, really to start to create some form of an understanding together. And by that time, we had that second half. Not even just right from the get go. Guys mentioned that goal. I just felt, yeah, we got it. We figured it out. And I kind of said, by the way, like I was watching the game with my dad, and I was like, I swear, now they're 1-0 down, Angie's going to go back to that high line, and we're going to exploit it right away. And that's literally the very first thing that happened in the half, and we put us 2-0 up. So overall, I felt like there's similarities to the Leeds game where it took us time to get going, but I think it was mostly down to chemistry rather than actually struggling or actually looking poor. And I think once we got that going, it was lights out for them. And I think this team is only going to get stronger. Like that's the scary part about the performance on the weekend, which is A, the players that we're missing, and B, the cohesion within that squad. That's literally not even the first point. Like,
is there any standout players for you? I'll come to you, Anton, first. And any standout players? Your man of the match.
My man of the match. I mean, Noni Madueke, I thought for a huge amount of time of that game was definitely stand out. I just felt like there still wasn't really enough end product from him though in the game. There was a lot of beating his man and a lot of dribbles, and a lot of cool looking step overs, but not really finding a man. Like, so Alan Shearer broke it down at halftime of their Premier League coverage, and he was kind of showing the amount of times, because Gyökeres gets a lot of stick, but he was actually showing the positioning of where Gyökeres was in the first half. He said he could have gotten maybe 2 or 3 real clear-cut chances had Madueke found him or was a little bit more decisive and quicker with the pass, which is what Eze did when he found him. Like that was what was also interesting, was like Shearer's going on about like you got to be more decisive and quick, and that's exactly what they did to find him, and he scores from it. So like Alan Shearer is probably smiling in the studio there. But the other one obviously is Martin Zubimendi, and I think that he is still like just barely the tip of the iceberg of what this player is going to be like for Arsenal. Now he's not going to score in that way, but in terms of the way he controls the ball in the midfield and his eye for a pass and all that stuff, like the physicality of the league is something that he's going to have to get used to, and I think he's taking to it quite quickly. I mean, if you really think about like the way people were talking about him in the start of the year, when we signed him, like, oh, it's going to take this guy ages to embed. I heard people saying, oh, maybe we should start with Norgard to begin the season. And I think Zubimendi through 4 games at Arsenal has been very, very good. So
on that Zubimendi one, as Dan knows, I've been questioning him. I even come out and said this Zubimendi's got me missing Thomas Partey right now. Not hiding, but just not good enough in the first few games for me. He didn't boss the midfield. He hasn't been doing enough. So I think this is the game where I can say that he landed, innit? Me and Dan was at the game, so we saw that goal live and direct on our face. Yeah. So
what a goal!
Great goal.
Right where we were sitting as well, man, wasn't it? Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and then we was arguing. When he scored the second goal, me and Dan was arguing, and he said, Marino, I told you, Marino, I told you. Yeah? I'm saying it's not Marino, Zubimendi that scored. Then it come up on the screen, it was Zubimendi.
You know why they wanted it to be Marino?
Gone.
Because of the whole Spain dialogue. We know what happened in Spain, like the 3 goals. And
well, they also had the Sociedad midfield to start the game too, which was, I think, was interesting.
We did.
Yeah. One thing I want to say, what Arteta, I think, which I actually really liked, because I said to you, Dan, when Odegaard went down, I said, what we'll do now, the natural thing you would have thought would that he'd bring Declan Rice on, and then we'd have the same midfield that started against Liverpool. But he didn't. He didn't bring Rice on. Obviously, even though Rice is playing more forward now, he's not an attacking midfielder. He brought on Ethan Nwaneri. He wanted to go for the kill. We're at home. And, at the time, I was kind of thinking, I was expecting to see Rice. I was happy to see Nwaneri on. I thought he brought a bit of aggression to our play. but I was pleased to see him go and bring a more of attack-minded player on, because
And
he could
once
have
again,
easily he could have easily just said, you know what, let me just push Marino up, bring Rice on, and have Rice, Subimendi, and Marino, the same midfield that didn't work out against Liverpool. You know,
yeah,
so
don't shoot the mess. Don't shoot the
that was good
messenger
to see
down.
that. And if you look at the amount of English, I mean, we had Ranieri on, we had Madueke on, you know, who else was on? That was
Miles Skelly came on second half.
Miles Skelly came on, then Rice come on. So you know, we had a lot of English players as well. And I think when you're going for a Premier League, that can also help having that English core in your team. If you go through all the teams over the years, there's always been a bit of an English core in the team. And I think with Gyökeres, I said before the game, it's so important he scores this game because of the social media world, because of how everyone are now. You know, if you don't score, that's it. Like, you're done. You know, people were saying Arsenal needed a killer. So everyone's been saying, we don't need a guy that's got good link up. We don't that's rude. We need a killer. You know, we've not had one since Aubameyang, right? And we've gone and got the killer, and now people are already moaning that he's not doing this and he's not doing that, and his link-up play is not great, and all these sort of things. When Gyökeres, feed him chances, the man will score, and his positioning is phenomenal. If you look at the positioning he gets in, it's unbelievable. And I've seen him make runs, and players not quite find him yet. And I think for him to have 3 in 4 games already, and some tough games as well, I think it's going to be
Yeah, but
really
his
positive
ceiling's high,
for
Dan, isn't it?
Gyökeres. Yeah,
Like,
it's high.
when you're
I mean,
like Ronaldo, when
Yeah.
you're like Ronaldo scores dumb goals like 50, 60, but man will talk about the only game he doesn't score, because that's how
Yeah.
much people rate Ronaldo to that point. But man, the way because nobody waited, you know, nobody expected Madueke to be balling like
Yeah.
this, because people were gassing up Saka for doing nearly
course.
similar what he's doing right now, except Saka gets assist obviously because of the corners.
One thing I'd say as well, though, Rashid, is that Saka's a little bit more like Eze from the other side, where he's a little bit more decisive. Like you get what I'm
that's what I was
saying?
gonna say. Yeah, 100. Where like Saka would get a little no, but Saka gets a bit more because of the set pieces and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of assists from the set pieces. You get me? Him and Declan Rice. Because if you go check their numbers, it's not the same. If numbers were everything in the game, then a lot of players wouldn't count. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing.
100%. Do you think there's a problem for Saka now? When Saka comes back fit, does he just walk straight back into that team?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want
100%.
to just say something.
Saka's the man.
wanna-
Saka's the man.
It walks straight back in. That's the star boy.
Can I
I
be
mean, that's a
honest,
different
yeah?
thing. No, Rashid, is it more because you just don't
No.
want to risk him re-getting hurt again?
Me, it's competition. No. Me, I believe in the Pep Guardiola way. You know what I'm saying? Where like, that's my belief of football. Where like, if he's performing, we don't bring you on until he starts falling off. So when we bring you on, you're already hungry to play, and you're going to show us what you're made of. And then you ball. Boom, 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 boom. Whenever you fall off, obviously not directly as soon as you fall off 1 game, 2 games, and that's it. No, but you can tell when a player falls off. Like Martinelli, for example, it's not the first game that he's been shit, in it. Like not Nottingham Forest, as in the game before. It wasn't the first game he's been shit, and we turned around. We were like, all of us agreed that Martinelli's not the guy. It's been multiple games. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very consistent. So that's what I need from my players. I want you to be consistent every game and to give me the top. If you don't give me the top, I want you to feel like there's a problem on the bench. The guy on the bench can take your place. Don't think you're safe out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you're safe. Even though I don't believe that these Arsenal players do think they're safe. Because, for example, Martinelli, he's been shit in it, but he really gives 100. I can't see it. He does give 100. But you know how it is. Yeah, basically a speedboat with no driver. So you can give 100 and still be shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like because you give 100.
He's a Tesla, ain't he? He's on autopilot.
Head down.
Yeah, maybe it's a system, man. Maybe it's a system. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a system, because I've seen Martinelli before. He can do a bit better than this. You know what I'm saying? I never said Martinelli was gonna blow, but I know that he can do better than this. But yeah, that's what I believe in, bro. Anton, that's what I believe in. This is my kind of belief. You're doing well. We keep you. You start falling off you go on the bench. Train. Train.
I think there's a lot I
train,
agree
step
with
on.
what you're saying though. Like
I'm saying
like
if we had,
you're
let's
talking
just say,
about Pep,
I don't think he'll be back for Man City, but let's just say he could be back for Newcastle, right? Let's just say Saka was back and he was fit. You surely you play Saka over Madueke in such a big game. Would you not put him straight
again,
back in, even if Madueke, let's say he scores against City, he's playing well, or he
Yeah.
gets an assist.
If
Don't
he
you think
scores
it's
against,
unfair,
he
though?
scores and slaps something against City. There's question marks on that. I'll be honest.
yeah.
There's
Well,
got to be
That
question
kills
marks.
me.
But Saka's already Saka scores in all of our big games, man. We can't just have these short
Yeah.
memories, man. Like Saka's
Yeah, but
always,
isn't it unfair?
he always turns up. Yeah, I know, but that's how
I
football
look,
is, though.
Isn't it
I don't know
unfair?
about unfair because I think Madueke, when he signed for the club, he knew exactly what he was signing up for. Like Saka is the main man at Arsenal. Like,
Yeah, but they
but
didn't tell you that
Rashid,
you're
to your
going to
point,
be.
yeah,
That's
Rashid,
it.
to your point
No,
though,
there's competition.
I would say when I watched City over the years, you're talking about the Pep thing. There are many games where you see Foden or even De Bruyne on the bench, and when that game keeps going on and it's tight, and you're like, oh shit, here they come. Like, and that's a luxury that they had that we didn't have, that many other clubs don't have, and it was something we can do now. You know what I mean?
But we spend the money, Anton. Where's the money going then? You know what I'm saying? Where's the money? But we've got 1 billion spent. I expect some players to be maybe not okay. Do you know what? I won't be harsh. Maybe not on the level of Man City, but I need to see certain level. Like the money that's
100%.
spent. It's not. Do you know what I'm saying, man? Well, it's not just some. We didn't spend not 500 mil in 6 years. We spent $1 billion and a bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some. For example, Man City, you were talking about like Mahrez, my boy. You know what I'm saying? My boy Mahrez. I'm Algerian, so I was pissed off when Mahrez is on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So he comes on, PSG scores a goal, semi-final, next game on the bench. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you for this game. You know what I'm saying? We need you maybe for the PSG game, Real Madrid game, but we don't need you for this game. It's kind of like maybe we don't need you for this game kind of thing. Yeah.
But you not think he did that with Declan Rice the other day? Like, I think surely he starts tomorrow.
And what was I saying, Dan? I said
we made 5 changes.
You know where you know where I feel about Arteta. You know where I'm at, innit? But see, when I see drop Declan Rice, I said to myself, okay, Arteta, you're showing a bit of cojones now. Yeah, you've dropped Declan Rice. You're going to get credit for that. You put Marino in. Declan Rice needs a break, and he made the call.
He wanted to ride the Marino wave.
No, I hear
the
that.
Marino's on a wave now, isn't it? Like 3 goals with Spain. That's a wave.
Yeah, but that makes
if Marino
that makes
scores, you get what I'm trying to say. Arteta gets the praise. He ain't no dumb you. He knows what he's doing. Do you know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. It's a Marino wave. That's why. And he was looking at it. He was like, who do I drop? Who do I drop? Who do I? Because let's be honest, Nottingham Forest, you can afford to drop Declan Rice. There's other games you can't afford to.
But listen, Rashid. If we lose that game or draw that game, then trust me, we'd all be saying, why weren't Rice playing? Why did he play Marino? We'd all be saying that.
Marks, you're right.
Everything's always in hindsight. So we have to give the Arteta credit. He got it right that game, you know. And Declan Rice had just played 2 90 minutes. One thing England always do, Saka and Bryce, they always play both 90 minutes. Southgate done it all the time, and it looks like Tuchel's going to do the same. So when they go on international duty, our players were all over the world in international duty. And we've come back, we've played a front three that's never played together. You know, there's still big pressure. Had we
do you know this is the first time they dropped Rice?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's
you know that.
Yeah.
Had we dropped points in that game,
maybe he's learning.
Dan, if we'd have dropped points in that game, I was saying it, we could not afford to. There was so much pressure because everyone knows Liverpool. I know they got very lucky in the end, but at Liverpool are going to beat Burnley, right? Had we dropped points, we would have been, let's say we drew, Liverpool win, we'd have been 5 points behind going into Man City and Newcastle's our next 2 games. Bruv, it could have been over before it even started. So that was a vital win to get that win. Now Forest, I know they've changed their manager in that, but they're a top 8 club. Where they finished 7th last year, you know. So it was very important, really important to get that win.
And exactly. Hopefully he does start trusting the squad more because the players.
Yes, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like we were talking about that with Saka. Like overall, like I was thinking, this was my thing. Before the game, I didn't realize that Gabriel didn't play that second game for Brazil, but I saw Gabriel's coming back from Brazil, Incapie's coming back from Ecuador. I would just those 2 we need to give him a rest, like that's the difference. Like I would have started Calafiori and Miles Skelly had Gabriel play the second game for Brazil. Like if I was Arteta, and I still think we would have been perfectly fine doing that, especially against Nottingham Forest. So that's kind of the flexibility that you have now with these new players that we've bought.
Yeah.
100%.
Let's read some of these live chats out, man. Martinelli's like a speedboat with no driver. I like that one. That's a very good description from Airways. Played better under Emery. Well, I'm not sure about that. Dan said that before. He had his best season under Mikel Arteta, getting 15 Premier League goals. And there's the football terrorist. Old Terry's coming and called us a bunch of mugs. Thanks for that, Terry, mate. AFC always. We have good players, but Arteta's handbrake football keeps us vulnerable. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about that either, mate. But okay. Hopefully Arteta trusts his squad more. Yes, hopefully he does. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
And AFC always. Liverpool haven't been good yet, but they are doing what champions do. Well, listen, it's funny that because had Arsenal been winning every game in the last minute, right? It would be like, oh, Arsenal are vulnerable. They can't keep getting away with it like this.
Open play or from set pieces and shit like that.
Because Liverpool do it, you know. But because Liverpool do it,
can I tell you why?
They're champions. Go on.
Can I tell you why, Dan? Do you know why people respect the way Liverpool are doing it and our way not? It's because they're not seeing any football from us. Yes, I know you're going to tell me maybe does the football matter if you get the 3 points? Well, technically it does, because when you look at Liverpool, yeah, they go for it the whole game. It's just that they don't score. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the chance to score. I don't think they were going.
I gotta tell you, if you're gonna base this weekend just purely who plays better football,
no, we're talking.
They were not even close to.
Liverpool been doing this though, even last season. Like people acting like
they were poor against Burnley, right? They were poor against Burnley, Liverpool. They were.
Oh, you mean last game? Or you talking about
they were very lucky. And so if we're going off this season, right? I mean, our home games, we've scored 9 goals and conceded none, which leads me to another question, guys. Can we break Chelsea's record? Can we break Chelsea's record? 15 goals they conceded in the 2005 season. Is it possible? Because at the rate we're going, we've conceded 1 in 4. It's not about stinking out the gap at all. Because no, it's not, mate. If you concede only 15 goals in the season, mate, that is absolutely phenomenal.
And the 9 goals.
If that comes with a trophy, Dan, then we can call it phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You understand?
But do you think it's possible? Is what I'm saying, because it's a hell of a record. Dan. Chelsea obviously won the league. If you only concede 15 goals, I can guarantee you win the league. You know what I mean?
Don't say that, Dan. Don't say
you
that.
Never know. No, you can't guarantee.
At the moment,
it's virtually impossible not to.
This is how I bring this.
Yeah,
this is 38 divided by 4. 9.5 at the moment is the rate. So.
Listen to me, Anton, bro. Don't get out the calculator now, bro. We just started. You know what I'm saying?
We're only going to concede 10 goals
carried away, guys. Let's not get carried away, guys.
We're only going to concede 10 goals all season, mate. Yeah.
You don't win. But
you said we're going invincible as well, Dan. You said that as well, Dan. So let's not get carried away again.
I'm only asking the question. Big up Catch every time. That's why I'm only asking the question. Can we do it, right? That's just a question out there. Do you think it's possible? With that defence, though, I really do think anything's possible. What I will say as well, I thought Calafiori was excellent. I thought Gabriel was outstanding. And Calafiori's pass to Eze.
The pass was good from Calafiori, but he did get caught out a couple times.
That was sublime.
He did.
That's the second time he's played a ball like that.
Can I talk about our bench, boys? Because when I was looking at that bench, I was like, that bench is as strong as a bench I've ever seen at Arsenal. Ever.
And on the bench, can we make them...
It's not even the strongest bench we'll have this season, too.
That's what I'm saying.
When Odegaard came off, once again, we look better. That's my opinion.
Are we going to talk about
Can we talk about that, Dan?
Can we talk about that?
Yes,
Because Dan, me and Dan was in the ground, He was getting frustrated with Odegaard. Oh, you're doing it again, Odegaard, a little dig.
Hey, see it online.
So was I.
Yeah, I was getting frustrated.
He was going mad.
He was pissing me off. He was the same. I'll say this, there was 2, and you've seen this a lot with Odegaard. There was two 50-50s, and he pulled out of both of them. You're supposed to be our captain, and you're pulling out of 50-50s. Come on, man.
You know why, right?
I don't care. That is unacceptable for me. Pulling out of 50-50s.
I'm just going to say this now, guys. I'm just gonna say this now. I am the
Oh, the World
biggest
Cup.
Martin Odegaard defender. I am the biggest Martin Odegaard defender. But I gotta tell you, I had a turning point. I'd seen the light on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Martin Odegaard is no longer the best number 10 at Arsenal. I actually think that at a certain time, Ethan Nwaneri has got to become the man because
even Eze, or even
it's
Eze.
Gonna happen. It's going to happen eventually. Yeah, well, Eze is the best number 10 at Arsenal, but it's going to have to happen eventually that Ethan Nwaneri becomes the man at Arsenal, because if he's not for Arsenal, he will be somewhere else. And Arsenal look 10 times better, literally 10 times better offensively with Ethan Nwaneri on the pitch than Odegaard.
But you saw that last season, Anton. You didn't need this season to see it. You saw it last season. You remember when Odegaard got injured? And then Ethan came in and scored a couple of goals. He scored a couple of goals.
But Ethan was playing on. But he was playing on the right.
At one point, Odegaard. Yeah. He was playing on the right. But at one point, Odegaard got injured, didn't it? A couple of games. I don't know if it was like 2 or 3, but he came in and he did his thing. Now, I'm not saying that straight away you play Ethan, but as soon as you bring back Odegaard, fair enough. Ethan's young. Blah blah blah. You bring back Odegaard, you try him once, twice, 3 times. It ain't working. Let's change. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got an option. It's not like we haven't.
With Odegaard,
he's got to be ruthless. He's got to be ruthless.
With Odegaard, for me, I'm not saying that I hope that Odegaard comes back from that season that he said. I believe that there's still a baller in there somewhere, but you can't continue to consistently play this bad. Yeah, and just think you're just going to be starting that lineup.
No, boys. Listen, let's be real. The game was he come off after 20 minutes. So, like Kat said just there, the game hadn't even really started.
What does that mean? But in 20 minutes, how many times did you cuss him, Dan? I was there with you, mate.
Yeah, come on. So, like I said that was mainly for the 50.
In 20 minutes, 20 minutes is half of a half. That's a quarter of the game. Stop going on like it's a little bit of time. It's not. It's not.
I'm saying you don't know what he would have done throughout the rest of the game, right? Yeah, but listen, look, he's
his shoulder.
The thing is, right, he's no longer undroppable now. And the question is this: what happens if not because of injury, if because of form, he's not starting every game? What happens with the captaincy then? Because
this is Arsenal Football Club.
We move on.
Yeah, that's it.
What are we just gonna die after Odegaard or after?
No, I'm saying what I'm asking you.
I know what happens to it. I think he'll
Declan Rice,
he won't drop him.
That's it,
Dan. He won't drop him. I'm serious. He won't drop him. After he comes back for injury, he starts in the lineup, because I don't think it's like SB said. He's got a point with that number 10 thing. I understand with the whole number 8 and they play thereabouts the same, but like it's gonna come to a point where he's gonna have to drop him, because even people like you that believe in the process are saying, yo, Odegaard is shit. It's about time we take him off. You know what I'm saying? You'd give him a little bit more time than I would or Dan would. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the negative, Dan, because we don't like this system at all. We don't like how you play the players at all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all of them, but like a lot of the offensive players going forward. I don't know, man. The Odegaard's not the first game. Again, you know how I talked about Martinelli? Like, it's not the first game. Odegaard, same thing. It's not the first game. It's been like this for a year and a half. He got 2 assists. Edison got 2 assists. Yeah. I know it's not about numbers. It's not all about numbers, no. But 2 assists is horrendous. Horrendous.
I'll tell you what Dan's been saying. Oh, Dan, he's got a new haircut. Watch, he's got a new haircut. He's going to start balling out again. Yeah, that haircut's meaty. Yeah?
He's clutching at straws, bro.
I gotta say,
he's one of them dodgy ones, bro.
I gotta say, I watch the games with my dad, and he says sometimes he's just like really precise about what he wants to say in the game. He doesn't talk much, but when he talks, he sees Odegaard come down. He's like, "Is this the new routine now? You know, we play 20 minutes. Odegaard injures his shoulder. This is going to happen at every home game from now on."
Maybe
I don't know about this one as well, SB. No one else can do what he does in our team. What has he been doing for the last year and a half?
I don't agree.
Well, I don't agree. I think what he means by that is, I think what he means by that is like is keeping
the ball carrying.
And keeping the ball playing and stuff like that. But I think Zubimendi can do that. Just maybe not from that position, but I think
Eze definitely 1000% can do that.
100%.
I think,
And
listen,
I think
If
at
you're
a
talking
higher
about
level at this
defending,
point.
maybe it's different. If you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
the high
defending,
press.
because Odegaard works hard, right? And he,
Yeah,
and
he
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
runs
press.
around all the
Yeah,
time.
you know what?
It's the high press. That's
No
the,
one can. Yeah, that press that Odegaard does, I've never seen anything
Yeah,
like.
nobody, not a
That
lot of
press
people can.
is
no,
unbelievable.
I'd actually go at another level on that. In terms of being a presser at the 10, I don't know if there's anybody better in the world at that
No.
specific
Yeah,
job.
but that's not his job, Anton.
Right.
not his
Oh, it
job.
is.
Right.
It is
You know
part
how
of his
like
job.
he's part of his job. Sorry, it's part of his job. What about the other part? You've been missing the other part. We've been having
No, yeah,
players like Gyökeres, for example.
We're not denying it. You know, like I said, when it comes to
Yeah, of
Arteta, and
course.
that, I'm very black and white. But you know, even Martinelli tried to defend him for as long as I can, but I can't defend him anymore. He's undefendable right now, Martinelli. As sad as it is, he just is. And Odegaard could get to that point as well. You know, you guys are there already. I'm starting to get there slowly but surely. Anton said he's for the first game looked at him was like, do you know what I mean? Listen, I do come out of the Emirates frustrated with Odegaard time and time again. So I'm not going to be sitting there going, "Oh, why ain't Odegaard starting?" Do you know what I mean? I still think he can be a good player. You know, if when Yeri comes in or Eze slots in and Trossard ends up playing on the list or however we might set up. Listen, if Odegaard comes back in and plays well, then brilliant. We've got Odegaard back. If he doesn't,
When was the last time he was dictating everything? If he's dictating sideways and back,
when he came
Eze
back from
doesn't
injury last
dictate
season,
games. It's just wrong. I'm sorry. Eze has played at Crystal Palace, where he is literally everything for that club. That club doesn't that offensively is not the same. Even now, I saw them on the weekend. Yeah, are not the same offensively without Eberechi Eze. To say that Eze does not dictate games is false. But
do you know what he means by dictates? I think he means by dictates where like he goes all the back to the defense and then keeps it ticking there. Do you know what I'm saying? We're talking about balls that actually end up being dangerous attacks. My bro, from open play, we're worse than Bournemouth. That tells you all you need to know. Yes, it's not all Odegaard, but my bro, you're there to show us what you can do with the ball because you're techier than Rice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That stat must have been over three games, right? Which is, you know, we could all pick out a stat over three games.
No, it's the whole season from open play.
Last season,
last season open play. Yeah, open play.
Okay,
and that might be down to our dictator.
Open play. I mean, we're not talking about goals because we scored 9, but 7 of them came from set pieces. You know what I'm saying? But like,
how many times do you watch Odegaard on the ball and you're saying, "There's the pass forward, yeah, cut back, sideways."
That I can't argue with you, Dan. That I definitely cannot argue with you with.
Look, David speaks football. Said Bruno is better than any attacking midfielders. The funny thing is, though, Bruno doesn't play in attacking midfield for the club.
Big up, Dave.
Yeah, no more.
He plays as a bloody
Dave.
like a
Bruno shouldn't even be starting anymore for Manchester
United. He gets the numbers,
United.
Innit?
Let's
Bruno
be honest.
gets the numbers. That's the problem. Bruno gets the numbers.
Eze's better than Bruno now.
I would argue that
Bruno's numbers weren't great last season either, man. He's falling off big time. He's been awful this season. Absolutely awful.
I think for team chemistry purposes and where they're going with Man United, I'd just move on for Bruno altogether. So I wouldn't even bring Bruno into this conversation.
They tried to. He said no, innit? Remember? They wanted to sell him to Saudi. He said no. He hit me. He said no. But Bruno's
guys,
Guys,
let's get into Arteta now. Yeah, let's get our teeth into it.
Yeah, let's get our teeth dirty. The big question is,
it took us 38 minutes, right? So what we're going to say is, right, listen, first I'm going to ask you guys, right, because I've never asked Rashid this. I know Dan's thoughts, but Rashid, so if Arteta, I know this may be obvious to some people, but there are some people that are so against him that, you know, ludicrous statements they make. But I'll just ask you, just to be sure, if he wins the Premier League, you're happy and you'd want him to stay, right?
100%.
Okay,
100%. If he wins the Premier League, do I get to say why? Do you know what it is? If he wins the Premier League, I'd give him another year. You know what I'm saying? Another year for that. Some people would argue
1 year
too hard.
1 year for the Premier League.
I know. See how quick I am. You know how many Antons I've spoken to, bro. I've done this so many times. Do you know why? 1 year? It's because of the amount of time we already gave him. I think he's overdue. Do you know what I'm saying? For me personally, he's overdue. I think with that kind of money, because there's managers out there you could have got. Well, I know we'll get to that later, innit? But like, you could have got way better than what he got for the amount of time that we gave him. I think we gave him a lot of time and a lot of money. So 1 year, I think is fair. You know what I'm saying? It's fair.
All right, I just want to say back to that. So you're telling me in 2020, right, when he took over, right? Obviously, everyone can remember Arsenal's team then, what it was then. So if I would have said to you, in 7 years you'll win the Premier League, you would have went, no, that's too long.
If you told me that I'll spend 1 billion and a bit, sorry.
Yeah, but
wait, there's context.
Yeah, all right. There's context to the 1 billion because everyone keeps saying we spent $1 billion, but this season isn't over yet. Right, so say we spent $1 billion.
I know.
Yeah, so say we spent $1 billion at the end of next season. So he spent 700 million.
Man United spent $1 billion on absolute trash. Like it's
and
really
Chelsea has
who you bought.
Let me say this for context. We spent 700 million prior to this season in 6 years. So that's 125 million a season. Average it as. Sunderland have just spent 140 million. So it's not that much really when you think about it. Over 6 years,
not?
It's not. It's not, bro.
Let's go check Chelsea, Man City when they had their years, when Chelsea had their years, when Liverpool had their years, and still having their years. By the way, Liverpool came in. Look. Do you know who is the best example?
Players, imagine trying to buy Van Dijk now.
No, wait. I'm just talking before. You know, Klopp when Klopp joined Liverpool had a shitter squad or the same squad as ours. In 3 years, Klopp won the Champions League. In 2 years, he got to the Champions League final. 2 years, bro. 2 years he took him to get to the Champions League final. And don't tell me it was easy.
No, he didn't get to the Champions League final in 2 years. He didn't. They won. That was the first trophy they won. He didn't. It took him 4 years. He did get the
Champions League final and then they won it after.
No.
He's saying he got to the final. He didn't say he won it in 2 years. He said he got to the final.
He didn't win it.
Who did it?
He didn't win it. No, he got to a final.
He got to Europa League final. It was.
Yeah, he got to the. But then a lot of next season he got to the Champions League.
Wasn't that his first
season? They won. Yeah, they won the Champions League.
Okay, how man? Well, 4 years they won the Champions League. Whatever.
Yeah, 4 years.
Bro, we were seeing with this guy, 4 years in, we were 8 points clear, and then we ended up losing that Premier League. We could have got that Premier League easy if that guy had.
No, we still had City to play. They had a game in hand. We still had City to play twice.
You know what, Rashid?
Shitter teams. City didn't need to beat the big teams. You beat the shitter teams.
Rashid, I got to play devil's advocate on that for you though. Like you can't complain about having the 8 point lead and dropping it, and then also complain about the current style of football, because one of the reasons why he changed to that more controlled style, especially in that second season after that, was because of those games at Liverpool and West Ham where we were
working, Anton.
We were 2-0 up and we couldn't close the game.
Yeah, both of the sides ain't working. He tried that attacking football, didn't work. Defensive football didn't work. So there must be something wrong.
Defensive football was on the cusp of working. Like the Villa result changes.
Season, remember?
You changed one result,
points.
and but the season before we also did. In fact, the season before, statistically, our defensive numbers were even better.
Yeah, whatever. The point is like it didn't work both ways. So there must be something.
It's fine not working, because finishing 1 point off of the Premier League title is I wouldn't say is not working.
It's failure. 1 point off is failure.
Like I keep saying, the most goals scored ever in Arsenal's history was that season, bro. We got to 89 points. 1 point less than the Invincibles. Yeah. Most goals scored and most wins for Arsenal.
And what did that get us, Dan?
Well, it got us second place. That's what it got us.
That's nothing.
That's all. But I'm saying, listen, to get the most wins.
We're talking Liverpool won Champions League. We're talking Liverpool won Champions League. They had a shitter team than us, or the same team as us, on the same level. How come they could just go 4 years straight away, boom, win the Champions League, and we have to wait? And
here's the difference between Klopp and Arteta, and I don't want to sound like an excuse maker, but Jurgen Klopp was a perennial winner at Borussia Dortmund. Like, he's already one of the best managers in the league when he took over there. Arteta never managed one.
Well, that's the point. Why did you hire him?
Exactly that. Exactly
know,
that.
sorry.
And you know what?
No,
You know
but
what?
Pep Guardiola, when
Rash.
Pep Guardiola took over for Barcelona, he also never did that. So
And you know what?
Maybe
And you know what?
he would have been sacked.
And you know
Go
what
on,
the
Dan.
Arteta, you guys come out and say, look at the team he had when he took over. That team won him his only trophy. Do you understand? That's the team that won in his only trophy. Now I've got a question for you,
What does that mean?
Anton. Yeah.
Mhm.
In what so come the end of the season, we end up trophyless again.
Gonna get me the
Yeah?
negative question. Okay.
Yeah, no, because you positive Dan gave negative Rashid.
Yeah. I got you.
Negative
go like
Dan's
this.
gonna give you the positive,
Yeah, I
the
see. I
negative,
see
yeah?
what y'all doing. Yeah.
So we come to the end of the season, we pull up fruitless again, no trophies. Where are we at with Arteta?
What's the context?
That's
Like-
exactly what I said. when they
Okay,
asked
the
me.
context is we haven't finished 1 point behind and got to a Champions League final. Let's say we finish same as we did this season, 8 points off the top of the table, 9 points off the top of the table.
Oh, that's an easy question. That's an easy answer.
Semi-final of the Champions League again. I'll give you that one as well to make it a bit more. Semi-final of the Champions League again. Same results as last season, basically. Where you at, Anton?
Okay, before I answer that, semifinals of the Champions League, let's just kind of put everything into context. We couldn't get out of the round of 16 for like we were with Wenger for how long? And we couldn't get out of past the round of 16. Now, like the last time we played in the round of 16, we smashed it. It was 7-1 in away from home. And then we went in the quarterfinals and beat Real Madrid in the quarterfinal. So you can see that is something that that's something that Arsenal never does. Like I know we can just sit here and be like, oh, no trophies. But do you see the level that we used to be on in those competitions and what we're doing now? Like that
So
he's
did
raised the level at this club. But he has. But my answer would be, and I have to be consistent. I've said it on my own show. By the way, I got to mention my other stream, which is the Fire Them Cannons podcast. I do with my boy Cal. The Dans know Cal. He's in our TFT group.
Big up, Cal.
Big up, Goonerz Cal. But we've said consistently on almost every single stream, this is the no excuses season for Arteta.
Wow.
Like he has everything. We have given him 8 new players. Like he like last season, I thought the excuses were legitimate, and the style of play I felt took a turn for the worst because he didn't have players out there he trusted to execute the more free flowing style of play because he felt like we're gonna get beat by so many of these sides playing. Look at the front three we had, like Marino, Trossard, and Wanyeri as a front three. Like that's not actually. I'm willing to say that we'll never play that front three for the entirety of this season.
I mean, look. Imagine. No, but look at the players this season that are out already. Odegaard, who last year would have been our best number 8, number 10, whatever you want to call him. Odegaard, Kai Havertz, who was our main striker last season, is out. Saka, who's our best player, out, and Saliba, who is toss of a coin if he's our best centre back. I think it's Gabriel now, but look, last season people would say he was our best centre back. So we're missing 4 of our main starters, best players. And there's no excuses, not even from any of us Arsenal fans now. And we don't even notice we're missing them. We're going into perhaps our biggest game of the season against Manchester City at home. No Saka, no Saliba, no Odegaard, no Havertz.
Do we know, by the way, if Saka and Saliba are out for that? Because they're in training.
Oh yeah, I think
6 weeks.
Saliba may be back. But I'm saying, no, it's not 6 weeks. Saliba's
Saka
back
to
full training.
Saka, yeah.
Full training.
Saliba will probably start that game, but even if he doesn't, Mosquera's been excellent. But listen, let's go into that next game, Man City. Your thoughts on Man City? I'll go to Rashid first. What's your thoughts on that game, Man City at home? Because before I get you to say what you think, I have never once seen Arsenal under Arteta in a big game anyway. Well, in any game at home, to be fair, and I've never seen us not be on the front foot. So, what are you expecting against Man City at the Emirates?
I don't think this time we'll be on the front foot, even though we have the players. I don't think we will go on the front foot. Yeah, I'm not even going to give Liverpool. I'm not even going to give Liverpool as why we won't be on the front foot. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll do our usual pressing. You know what I'm saying? We'll do our usual pressing. But with this manager,
I can guarantee you. I'll go off.
We're going to go. Dan, come on.
Go
We're
on,
gonna
watch.
go big words.
I'll say what I think
Big
after. Go
words.
first, Rash. Go on.
Li- li-
Go first, Rash.
Look, Man City last season, Rodri wasn't there. I'm not saying that Rodri's everything. Don't get me wrong. Rodri told us that he's not Messi. You know what I'm saying? But like having him in that midfield against us is gonna be a bit different than last season. You get me? They're not like they're very shaky. Don't get me wrong. Man City are still shaky. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, well, we have to meet Donnarumma again. That's gonna be another problem. But I'm thinking that the way Arteta's approaching the big games this season, from what I've seen, like even Man United, I know that it's Old Trafford and
away games.
I know we
away
went
games.
to Old
Yeah.
Trafford away game, but
I was gonna
Man
get to
United
that.
Listen.
17th. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
Like,
listen.
come on,
For
what
one,
we doing here?
no, for one, the first game of the season is always a weird game. Always. So
Yeah.
I think that first game of the season, you know,
Yeah,
it's,
but
it's
you're
always
trying
a
to tell
strange
me
game.
you could have went front foot and not beat Man United 3-1 at least.
Listen, maybe, but look, it's the first game of the season. You want to. It's all about getting the 3
Fair
points.
enough,
I think.
but he just gave me an idea of how
But for
he's gonna approach
me,
the big games.
I've never once gone to the Emirates and we're not on the front foot. Don't get me wrong. There've been times where it's not really working, but that's because teams are sitting in. It's still always us trying to make things happen. And against Man City, we will smell blood like a shark. I'm telling you now, because they've got injuries at the back. You know, I know they were good against Manchester United at home, which you expect them to win that game. But honestly, there'll be goals in that game. Arsenal, there's no way in hell Arsenal go in that game and play a chess game like we did with Liverpool away. And it's the same thing will
there's
happen
gonna be goals.
when Liverpool come to the Emirates as well.
2-2.
We'll be going for it in that game. I can guarantee it. You know, we win all of our big games at home. We win all of them. Like, tell me the last time we didn't win, or at the very least get a draw. We drew with Liverpool last year. We beat City the last 2 seasons in a row, 5-1. I think it was 1-0 before that.
Well, I'm gonna have to go check on that. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of draws.
We're always on the
draws as well.
There's not a lot of draws, bro. Honestly, there's not. Go and check it out, bro. I know, bro.
Okay, I will check it out. But it's not.
We win the majority of our big games at
matter.
home. The games that have been costing us are West Ham, for example. We've lost to at home twice, 2 seasons in a row. But made loads of chances, but we didn't have Gyökeres to score the goals. That's why everyone's talking about, oh, Victor Gyökeres, you know, scores against Leeds, Forest, didn't score against Liverpool or United. Bro, I don't care. So I don't care, because in them games,
but you saw even Liverpool.
Team.
Look at Liverpool, for example. You know what I'm saying? For example, don't just take Burnley, for example. Take most of Liverpool's games against smaller teams. They create a ton of chances, and then you score a couple of them.
But what did they get out of that? A handball's decision that gives them a penalty? Like,
yeah, that was last game. No, I'm talking about in like this.
That is
year.
scary. That is scary. Though.
I can't take out Burnley.
It's scary that Liverpool haven't looked that great and they've got 12 points. It's scary, and they still got the eyes at bomb to land as well.
You could say the same thing about us, by the way. You could say we haven't necessarily in some games looked that good, but we've got 9. And the only difference is, of course, the Szoboszlai free kick. Like, outside of that, I think Arsenal.
Yeah, but the only difference is that most of our goals are just set pieces. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, by the way. I think we're actually going to go under the microscope.
7 goals are probably.
Do you count the Supermendy goal?
Yeah, that's a set piece. Yeah, that's a set piece. Yeah, that's a set piece. I know that the defender obviously cleared it, but it's still, you know, it's still a set piece.
I feel like once the first defender clears it, we're back into the open play phase of the game. That's the way I didn't feel like it was set piece.
I don't know about that one,
look, at the end of the day, it's a volley in the top corner, man. Do you know what I mean? That's a beautiful goal.
Yeah, it's an individual brilliance. Or not, you know? Zubimendi, that's Zubimendi.
Listen,
individual brilliance.
Listen, as long as you're scoring goals, like, you know, as long as you're scoring goals as well from open play, I don't see that being a fit. I mean, I think it's.
That's what I want.
Yeah, it's a weapon, though. It's a weapon.
We need to go back to appreciating it. You know, the days of David Beckham scoring a free kick or crossing. You know, Manchester United won the Champions League in most dramatic fashion from 2 corners. So I think we need to step away from just like frowning against corners and stuff. What should we do next time we get a corner? Kick it out of play.
But no. Keep scoring. Yeah. But like, give me a plan B. Don't be, for example, PSG plan B was long throw-ins.
Crazy work.
Putting the ball up front.
That was when we were getting really desperate, right? In that second leg, right?
We are seeing a lot. We're seeing a lot more.
He's going to defend it. Look, go on.
No, I know. I'm just saying. It's funny you say that. We're seeing a lot more of it now in the Premier League, which is Strange. We're
It's
seeing,
what
and
I'm
you know
saying.
what we're also seeing,
We're talking about Arsenal, Dan.
we are seeing teams copy our corners because Tottenham have been.
Yeah, but
Tottenham
what
they
teams are
scored-
copying them?
Tottenham has scored 2 set pieces the other day. No one said nothing about it. They scored 2 corners. Who were
But
they
that's
playing? West
Tottenham,
Ham.
innit? What they
I know,
gonna
but
do?
you know
Man?
the way they scored their corners were exactly like Arsenal. Exactly like
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah.
How
No,
Arsenal
set piece coach deserves a rise. I'll be real. The set piece
Oh, yeah,
coach
for
has
sure.
saved us time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Time
Yeah,
and time again.
I'll be
But-
honest.
but-
Can I just land on the Man City game
Yeah,
now?
cool.
Yeah. Obviously, me and Dan are going again, innit? So I'm saying we're going to be down there live and direct. I think it's the perfect time to play Man City right now. Yeah. I am not taking that win against Man United as nothing. Man United are the beating stick right now. As much as we didn't do our job against them, but right now we can't look at that too much. I'm looking at that game against Brighton. Man City got slapped up by Brighton, but then again, I don't think it's going to be no 5-1. It's not going to be easy peasy at the Emirates. I think it's going to be a cagey game. We still Harden looks like he's just hit form as well. Is Saliba going to be back, or is Mosquera going to be starting? And if Saliba is back, is he going to be match ready? Are we going to see him against Bilbao tomorrow?
That's the
We don't
real
know.
test for Mosquera if he plays.
This
Like,
is what's going to be key. Is Odegaard going to be injured? So who's now playing in at number 10? So I think it's going to be a cagey game, but I think this is going to be a big test for us. But I think we'll get over the line.
Look, I gotta say,
That's what I think.
I have been kind of building up to this City game. So as we're talking about in the big games, like Liverpool game and stuff, I'm like, look, this is the way we set up away from home. But I said, I promise you, when we play Man City, we're going to look a lot different. We're going to be a lot more on the front foot because we're at home and we're going to have our signings. I think, look, I don't know what you guys keep saying about Saka because I still think there's a possibility he might be available on the weekend because that was sort of like the original sort of prognosis. Like there were reports last week saying he could play for Forest, and I'd say like I wouldn't play him against Forest, so he's ready against Man City. But I was kind of thinking that City is the game that for the first time ever, we would have almost our first choice team available, ready to go. And if that's the case, and we're at home, that we should be playing like with Eze now. He'll be what 2-3 games into his Arsenal career at this point. You already saw how that looked already as the game progressed against Forest. This is the game now where if we go in there, we're starting to defend, and I'm not going to defend it myself. Defend.
No chance.
So like this is the cards on the table game. This is the cards on the table
as well.
Boys, let's read some of the chat side.
And that will work for our benefit too if they come out.
LP says Liverpool an injury away from chaos, which I think, you know what, bruv, he's got a point, man. Because you take Van Dijk out of that team, they seem to really crumble Liverpool. Liverpool's first loss in 23 games. We can't moan at that record. Yeah, against the Big Six. That's true. It was always going to happen at some point.
God might need surgery.
Oh, wow.
Don't know where that's coming from. If he does,
BBK, big up fellas.
I can't say that I'm upset. I'm not happy about it. I'm not upset about it. I'll be honest, if that's the case.
Look, I'm not surprised by that, by the way. He landed on the exact same shoulder.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I really think, Rashid.
You want all of your players fit, man. Come on, guys.
Can we confirm this news? Like, what is this something that's been dropping recently?
Yeah. But they've been saying this though. Even last season they said this, that he needed surgery, but apparently, like, you know, Arteta puts him to there's no concrete evidence. There's nothing like, obviously concrete, but still.
Where do they see that he's getting surgery? I'm looking at Twitter, and literally the last thing, Odegaard injury, the last thing is from last
He said
week,
might. He
2
said
weeks
might.
ago.
He said might. He didn't.
Might.
He didn't say
same shoulder.
He said might.
Again, ain't it?
Yeah, it's the same shoulder.
With a shoulder as well. You know, listen, players, the research that managers and all these lot do now, they're going to know he's got a shoulder problem, and they're just going to stick it on him all the time straight away. So they got to go on.
Clearly, Ange must have, because he landed on the exact same shoulder in like almost at the exact same point of the match. It was freaky stuff. Like,
yeah, but let's go on to Champions League is back, people. Yeah. Atletico Bilbao tomorrow. How are we feeling about that? I've got some little Atletico Bilbao's last games. So they beat Sevilla 3-2. Then they beat Real Vallecano
Oh,
beat Real Betis, but their last 2 games they've
but
lost. I don't
then
know if you can see that second one. Osasuna, and they lost against Valladolid, I think, on the weekend, if that's
Yeah,
even
they
how you
lost. That
say
was
it.
a big loss. Yeah, Valladolid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Valladolid.
so I'm thinking, are we just going for an easy win here, or
Is
I
it
mean,
ever an
it's
easy
never
win?
easy to
Define
go away from
easy.
home in Europe. Yeah.
No. With Arsenal, it's always sticky at first, and then we win. But you know, when have we last bossed it? You know, what I'm saying maybe Leeds we bossed it a little
I
bit.
mean, I
Maybe
think the Champions League is
after the
different,
set
Rashid.
piece.
I actually
Yeah,
gotta
I guess
say,
so. But
away from
it
home
plays into
last
our hands,
year,
right? It plays into
First,
our
last
hands,
year
right?
away from home in the Champions League, Arsenal were much
Cooking.
not even
Yeah.
comparable to the Premier League form. Like
I'm gonna go
I
to
think
Dan. I'm gonna go to Dan and Rashidi. I'm gonna ask a question. Then Anton, I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna ask just
Yeah.
a simple yes or no, and then we can discuss it. But so I'll go to Dan first. Can Arsenal win the Champions League?
no?
Rashid, can Arsenal
No.
win the Champions
No.
League? Anton, can we win the Champions League? Can Arsenal win the Champions League?
1000%, and I actually think we will win the Champions League.
Wow.
No, because this is what I said. I have to stay consistent. I said this on the post-match reaction on the terrace. I think Arsenal have potentially the best squad depth in Europe. Like, we took it all the way to the semi-final last year. We pantsed Real Madrid with Mikel Merino up front. With this depth that we've got now, and the way that the manager sets up is suited for Europe. Like, you guys are going to complain about the way that he sets up, but in Europe, it is ideal. Every stream, I cannot get away with this thing. Every like the way he sets up is suited specifically for Europe. I actually think that we have got all the tools to do it. But I would more equipped, I think, than most teams to go ahead and win the Champions League. I'd actually say that we have a higher likelihood of the Champions League than the Premier League this year.
Well.
Yeah, higher likelihood doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, but like we have a higher chance of winning the Champions League. Not that we're gonna win it. The thing is about the Champions League, it's the teams that we played, we should be beating. I'll be real. Most of them we should
Real
be beating,
Madrid,
except from maybe
this year.
Milan. No, even this year as well. Like last year, we had Inter Milan, a tough game. We lost that one, by the way. Who else was a tough game in that? PSG was a tough game as well. And the others we should be beating. Obviously, you know when Arsenal used to lose in after we leave the group, we always used to meet a Bayern Munich, Barcelona, people that will cook us. You know what I'm saying? People that are, we're talking teams that are worldwide, like big teams. You know what I'm saying? We had the chance where we met PSV. You know what I'm saying? PSV we cooked. You know what I'm saying? But then we had Real Madrid. The story about Real Madrid is like, obviously we'll never know, but still, that masterclass from Declan Rice, what he did for those 2 free kicks is just
Crazy.
You know, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It happens once in a blue moon. We know that. Like we did shit like that doesn't happen.
From home, though, right? As well,
but we still
beat
beat
them.
Yeah, we still beat them. Obviously, the tactics, whatnot, it suited perfectly against Real Madrid. But then when we went against PSG was scary. Why? It's because they actually went toe to toe with us. Like they actually went at it. Like PSG did not low block or mid block us. They beat us in that midfield. In that midfield, you couldn't get that.
The first minute I watched that PSG game, I'm like, our Arsenal's press, the way we press, is probably better than most teams in the world. For the first time in a very long time, we opened that game at the Emirates, and I'm like, fucking hell, PSG.
Marino
the
being
way
in
they
that
press
midfield
is
as
elite.
well weakened us. Can I be real? Even though Marino was bought that year to play in that midfield, just in case, but it weakened
Arte lost us
It
the
weakened
Champions
us.
League. At the waning moments of the
No, it wasn't just him,
game,
man.
He lost us the Champions League.
It wasn't
No, he
just
did.
Marino. It
Yes,
wasn't just
no,
Marino.
it was
no.
Arte did. You know why? Because we had to settle into a different way of playing off the ball at the start of that PSG game, and it resulted in a goal right off the bat, and it put us behind the 8 ball immediately.
No, as in
and
Marino
that gave them
wasn't
the
the
advantage.
only reason. And
No,
Marino
it
wasn't the
to
only
do with
reason.
Marino individually. It's not Marino individually. It's like,
well, if you're saying Partey, it means Marino.
Look,
no,
listen,
but it's
we
not
ran.
an
Look.
individual thing, though.
We were outclassed over them both two legs, and then we lost
Yeah.
to the best
Yeah.
team in the world, right? In PSG, that's the bar, right? And obviously,
Yeah.
PSG have been trying to get to this point and spent however much and gone through however many different managers, and they've tried every single way. They finally done it. Well done to them. That is the bar. They forget about that Club World Cup. They ran out of steam in the end. PSG is going to be the team to beat. They're the best team in Europe, and they will be the team to beat. So if we're going to win the Champions League, we're going to have to either hope they go out to someone else and become unlucky, or we're going to have to beat
What you're
PSG.
saying, PSG is the only team we need to worry about. Is that what you're saying, Dan?
No, I'm not saying there. No way. Barcelona are we've got
Barcelona,
100%.
Bayern Munich.
I think that
Barcelona
Barcelona is a matchup that works well for Arsenal. I've said this
possibly
before.
yes, because they're stronger defensive. Yes, but
Bayern
listen,
Munich,
but
Liverpool.
we yeah, exactly. Look, we are one of the.
I actually have a
favourites for the
feeling, by the
Champions League.
way, this is the year,
Right.
especially in that group phase, that it's the year that we're going to smash Bayern Munich in a game. I think it's been coming for many years. Like, once again, their Twitter goes, "Oh, hey, Arsenal," which they do every single time, and they just have this like weird confidence when it comes to playing us, obviously because of what's happened in the past. But I think this is the time we turn them over at home. I think this is a different beast, this Arsenal team this season.
Well, you may be right, but it just all depends on our manager, what
Let's
lineups
get
he's
our
putting out there and his
predictions for
tactics.
scoreline predictions for tomorrow. Rashid, Arsenal away at Bilbao tomorrow.
2-1. 2-1.
2-1 to
Yeah,
Arsenal.
we'll
Yeah.
win. Yeah, I think we'll win. I think we'll win.
Anton.
Well, I got to put Neil at the end of every Arsenal scoreline now, so 2-0 Arsenal.
Dan.
He's so cocky, man.
I think we're gonna smack them over. Man United beat them like 3 or 4 over there last year, so I think it's gonna be 3-4-0. If I'm being honest with you.
I respect
I'm going to go for.
like
I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for 2-0 Arsenal. Nice professional job.
Wow.
2-0.
We respected them, Dan. Should I say we respected them a little bit?
Mm.
Maybe they're different than pre-season, but still pre-season we cooked them as well.
Yeah, we did. Listen, Champions League.
I think we're
games,
gonna do them
Can I
over,
ask you
man.
a question tomorrow, by the way? Do you start Ethan from the jump?
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
100%. You don't drop Eze into
Yeah.
midfield and put Martinelli out there. That's the only option that I can
And
see.
this is the thing. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, even though it's Champions League, like I know you can't risk it because we
I
should
think
go through
Mourinho
because the games we're
starts.
playing.
I bet he starts Mourinho.
I bet you you're right.
Yeah, look, I could see. I could see him. I mean, look, we're in that luxury now that we can actually make changes, right? And it's not going to affect the team too much. When you saw Martinelli and Trossard coming on the other day, it was like, wow! I was like, these guys were starting for us. Now they're coming on as subs.
Actually,
As much as
Trossard.
as much
Trossard,
as yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me if Trossard started or Martinelli started. To be honest, who would do you think Gyökeres starts up front?
Yeah,
Do you
has
think
to. This is the Champions League. Like, this is where he's much more comfortable playing in the European football.
I think Gyökeres gets a couple goals tomorrow, even though he's not in my dream team. It won't be too good, but
That's what I was going to say. I actually reckon it'll be 2-0 and both of them are Gyökeres goals.
I think Gyökeres gets a
Well,
couple.
I'll take that now. It's a 5:45, is it? Kickoff?
Yeah, early one.
It's a funny old time, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. For me, it's like 2:45 a.m., which is a pain in the ass.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, madness. What? Whereabouts are you, Anton?
I'm in Australia, in Melbourne,
In Australia.
So,
Oh, down under. But you're from America, though. You're American.
I haven't lived in the USA since 2016. So I've been 2016, 2008. Sorry, I haven't been there for 17 years. So I have this accent, but I've been in Australia for 17 years now. So
mad.
Well, how old were you when you go?
16. That's why I said 20,000. I was getting myself stuck. Yeah.
Big up Arsenal Revolution TV as well, guys. Go and watch that, man. One of the best Arsenal podcasts out there, man.
Trust me. Big up Rashid.
Big up,
He's
man.
a real one. He's a real one. He's a realist like myself. No delusion over there, man. No delusion.
Just we have we just say what we think, you know what I'm saying? And if it's right, it's right, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. But the good thing is that if Arteta gets something right, we will say it. And if he gets something wrong, we will say it as well. You get me? But yeah, man, it's been a lit show. I'll be real. It's been a lit show already. 1 hour's gone. I swear.
Can we
It's
win
been
the
that
league,
quick.
Rashid? Though, can we win the league this season? Do you believe we can win the league,
I
or
mean,
are you just
I
there's
mean,
no chance, or do you know like
under,
when the game's on, when a big game comes on, and
yeah.
that, do you have that little bit of hope that we could win the league, or are you just it's not going to happen like under
No,
Arteta? Or
I have. I'm comfortable in big games. Yeah,
Mm.
I'll give you that. I'm comfortable in big games, but winning the league, no. Under this Arteta regime, no. You know what I'm saying? I really truly believe that if we go out there and get someone that's won stuff before with this team, we'd win the league, Champions League, win a lot of stuff. But
Yeah,
under
that's the
his
question I got.
regime,
Yeah, that's a question I got on the weekend, Rashid.
yeah.
Oh, so you sack Arteta. Who you bringing in? Who you bringing in? That's what
Oh
all these
yeah.
man in the
Yeah, but
pub was
Dan, you were
asking.
saying stupid things like Klopp,
What?
bruv.
Go on.
Come on, man. You can't say
What's
stupid
stupid
Yeah.
about
things like
saying
that,
Why
Klopp?
man.
not?
What's stupid about that?
Why not?
Come on,
Why not?
man.
End of the
Because he
season,
said that
offering
one, bro.
15 mil a season.
Yeah, 15.6, may I add. 6
15.6
as
mil a
well.
season.
Klopp's a
Yeah.
bit mad.
And the reason
Yeah.
why I was saying Klopp, I said to a man, would you feel more confident about winning the Premier League right now if Klopp was our manager? That's a question for you, Anton.
Oh,
No.
You wouldn't.
Because you know why? Klopp, like, let's do some revisionists here recently.
You're the one who
What
gassed
has
him up and
happened
said
with Liverpool?
Dortmund and all
When
of that.
Liverpool switched, I know, but when Liverpool switched from Klopp to Slot, their style of play changed to a much more what's the word we're looking for? Like a much more controlled style of play. He's way too up and down. These players, they get too tired. They lose their wheels at the back end of the season. Like the only time Klopp won the league was during the COVID season. We had like 3-4 months for his players to rest up and have a break in the middle, and they ran away with that. Like throughout
Same time we won the FA Cup.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you could make a similar argument.
I think the question is, Anton, is that do you believe with Klopp in this team can win something every year?
I don't think Klopp matches the personnel that we have. We would have to completely change the type of players that we have.
Trust me, with this team, he'd win. This is how it'd go with Klopp. Klopp would win something every year. I'm not saying that the Premier League you'd win, but you'd win a Carabao Cup and then an FA Cup and then a Champions League and then a Premier League. Every year you're winning. You're winning under that manager. And if you don't,
I'm willing to go as far to say this, that starting from now, we will be winning something every year.
Is that what you believe?
I think the golden years of Arsenal begin now. And I know it's easy.
Okay.
I know that. And Dan, before you said that, yeah, Klopp's not realistic, but I did throw other names in there: Ancelotti, Zidane, Glasner.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Mourinho.
Yeah,
this team is tailor-made for Mourinho.
I don't want any of the. Oh no! Please do not give me Jose Mourinho.
I'm just saying.
There's so many. This is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing. I think that any manager with a CV, me personally, I want Zidane as like a personal choice. Like if I was working for Arsenal,
Zidane's not Arsenal,
I
think Dan said it perfectly well on his AFTV. Positive Dan.
No, I'm not saying
perfectly well on his AFTV
interview. Would come on up.
Thank you.
Arteta is our former captain, bruh, guys. Like, don't you not want to win it with him?
So what?
So it's not even that. It's listen.
Then go get Thierry Henry.
No, but
can
listen.
You say it again. When you said to Cecil? Dan, can you say what you said to Cecil like verbatim?
Yes, but what I'm saying is like it will not hit the same, right? It will not hit the same if we come in and someone like a Conte wins the league. For me, it will hit different when Arteta, look, not just being our former captain, but being the man that built this. I've watched it. Like I said on AFTV, right? It's like I'm watching a movie, right? And we're waiting for that happy ending. And Arteta's the guy that come in and saved everyone, right? The Titanic got saved; it was sinking, but in this movie,
but this is the Godfather.
And this is where it's going. And this is where it's going wrong. This is where you're going wrong. You're hoping for the happy ending, Dan, but unfortunately, the way it's looking, it's not looking like that's going to be the happy ending.
Asian massage
the Chinese place for that. You know what I'm saying?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
And Rash, you know what? Like I've said to Dan, it's not like I'm not sitting out and saying Arteta ain't done a good job. Do you understand? Yeah, he's done a good job, steadied the ship. He got me believing one season. Do you understand? That season, what Dan keeps talking about, we scored 89 goals and all of that. I was behind that guy. Do you understand? And then the next season came along and I just said to myself, When we didn't win the season that year, I knew then. I said, nah, it's not going to happen.
Look, here's what I want to warn you guys, because I watch other sports and I've seen this narrative before, and I've seen it get thrown out the window. So my NFL team last year, we had a coach who's got laughed at on literally every single show. His name is His name is Nick Sirianni, right? And people said the Eagles will never win the Super Bowl with Nick Sirianni. The moment they said that, boom. Yeah, it changed, and they said that
was Nick Sirianni given 6 years, 7 years?
Yeah.
4 years.
Arteta's job wasn't to win the Premier League in his first however many years, Dan. Now he has to win the Premier League.
Okay,
so it was 6 years. It was 6 years to win the Premier League.
Did anyone say to Arteta in his first season or his second season, you got to win? No.
The job
was to get us back. The job was to get us back into Europe. Then it was to get us back into the top four. Then it was to compete for the title. And now
to win stuff on the way as well. Let's add that in. To win stuff on the way as well.
You know, even
last season.
Last season we was in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and the Champions League semi-final,
and didn't score a goal. Should we go to that stat?
No, and we finished second in the league, right? So that means that we were 1 game off a final. So we were 2 games off winning the Champions League, winning the Carabao Cup, and we finished second in the league. So listen, mate, I'm telling you
how many semi-finals has Arteta been to, and how many goals has he scored?
I don't know.
I think that's a legit criticism. I said that on my last part.
I've always said that as well. It is.
That's a legit criticism.
That is
that's where Arsenal's really screwed up. That's where Arsenal's really screwed up. Like every time we go out in that all white kit, the one that's for the charity, those days we always go out. That's the ones that Arteta, the bloodhounds should be out for him. I know they say no blood. That's the idea of the jersey, but we got shits and loads of blood on that jersey. Like every single time that we play in those FA Cup matches, and it looks poor. And that Newcastle 2 legs last year, that no excuses for that. That's where I will 100% criticize the manager, because that's where the trophy list thing comes into play.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this season. Go on, Rush.
Sorry.
Go on, Rush.
I was gonna say the thing is about Arteta. Yeah, the thing is that you steadied the ship. We gave you a CV. You gave us a team, and we gave you 15.6 million as well. So I think it's fair. I think to shake hands and part ways is fair, isn't it?
But the season plays out.
Now he's not going to starve. He's not going to starve.
I think all fans, positive and negative, all agree that this is the season. Like, if he does not deliver a trophy at all, if it's 0, a goose egg, he's got to go.
I believe that Anton and Dan, come the end of the season, if he doesn't win anything, it's not inside you. It's not deep within inside you to say, you know what, enough is enough, Arteta. Dan is in love with him. I'm telling you.
No. For me,
yeah, I don't believe it can come out of your mouth, Anton. Anton and Dan, I don't believe it's coming out of your mouth.
Over my dead body. In the words of Arteta.
This is the beauty of being on a stream like this, where you can come back and re-clip this shit, right?
100%.
This is where me and Dan differ, right? Because if we don't, the standards at the football club need to be revisited, because then he believes he can get away with anything. If this year we've told him no excuses, and we don't win anything, and we go, wait. Context is important.
So let me ask you a question, Anton. Let me ask you a question. Right. We get to the Champions League. And you know what? This question goes to
Champions League final.
We get to the Champions League final. We lose it on penalties, and we lose the Premier League on the last day of the season by 1 point.
Yeah, then that's different. That's different.
So what are you saying?
Let's say we made to the. But here's the other thing, that this is a new narrative that's going to come out if this were to happen, right? Let's say we made it to the final of the FA Cup, final of the Carabao Cup, final of the Champions League, and finished second by 1 point. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you know what? He just can't get it over the line. Like, he bottles it in all the finals. How could you go to the 3 finals and come out trophyless?
The thing is that
the same narrative would come out.
3 years ago. No,
That'd be concerning.
it's quite
Lost all three
concerning
finals.
when you think
If we
about
lost
it. When
all
you
three
think about
finals,
it,
of course it would be. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's mad. You know what it is as well? Like, I understand what you're trying to say by it, but like, if that was like 3 years ago, I'd say, all right, fair enough. Or 2 years ago, fair enough. You know what I'm saying? That right now, bro, come on, man. We gave you everything you want. Like, what would you want, bro? You got
Yeah.
you know, like that Argentinian guy. You know what I'm saying? He says all the time, I love that guy, bro.
Here's what I
You
think,
live
by
in
the
the
way.
best country. You
I think
you fuck the best things. You have the best cars. You did come on, bro. Like you got everything in life.
guys,
You know what I'm saying? I
I
know
think
it's a
that
tough
the
job,
proof,
but patch up,
yeah,
bro.
Rashid,
Patch up.
Rashid, I think the proof is in the pudding with how Andrea Berta has operated. Like, see what he did with Tomiyasu. I think that if we don't win, I think Don Berta is going to come up to the board and be like, "Look, I backed this man. I gave this man everything." And there's a certain man up at Madrid he used to work with, named Diego Simeone. I feel like if Arteta leaves, our director of football have got connections with Diego Simeone that he'd come in as Arsenal's manager. I mean, I've got no sources. I'm not Fabrizio. I'm not anything like that. This is just my gut feeling. Like just given
Here we
the
go,
connections that he's
And there'll
got.
be
Okay,
no
let's say
excuses
Simeone
about
does
he's a
come.
defensive coach as well. Because Simeone's defensive apparently. Well, guess
Again,
what
so it
Arteta
suits
is?
the players we got now. That's what I'm
Guess
thinking.
what
Yeah.
Arteta is?
Do you think
Yeah.
Simeone would
Simeone.
win under this regime?
Yes.
I
Under
believe
these
so.
players?
I believe so.
Yes. Yeah, I
I'm not
believe
even
they
going to
both-
go back on my words. It doesn't matter what manager we bring in. See, Arteta leaves and we was to get Pep, whoever you bring in. Because I've been hurt for 21 years, you're never going to hear me come out of my mouth and say, yes, we're winning the Premier League this season, Champions League, because we got this
Yeah.
manager. Yeah? That's never
I
going
hear
to come
that,
out of my mouth, innit? It comes out of Dan's mouth all the time.
PTSD.
We are winning the Premier League.
PTSD.
I don't care who's there. The pain and the hurt that I've suffered for so many years won't let me say that. Do you understand? Until I see that trophy getting lifted, that's when I'm gonna say it.
Then I'll
Yeah?
start believing. Yeah.
Then I'll start
Then
getting.
I'll start believing. Yeah.
But you just said one more year, Rashid. You just said he
But you
wins
know
the
what?
league. You get one more year.
I start believing. One more year. Exactly. One
But
more
you know
year.
what? That's why I
believe.
think
I'm believing.
the Carabao Cup could be interesting this year, right? Because we've got the squad now. We can rotate players and all of that. We've got an easy tie Port Vale coming up soon. Yeah. If you can win that Carabao Cup, right, and get this trophy thing off your back, if we can win that mid-season in February, right, go and win a trophy. All these players win a trophy together for the first time. Arteta has it off of his back, like you keep saying, Dan. He won it with Emery's team or whatever. If they can win that trophy mid-season and we're in a title race, we're 2 points off Liverpool or 2 points ahead or whatever it might be, I think that could be big for Arsenal. If they could get a trophy mid-season, I think that
You're
could
right,
be
Dan.
massive. I think it could be
You're right,
massive.
Dan. The only problem is I don't believe that he's gonna be winning that Carabao Cup because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna disrespect it. Yeah, he's not gonna put the right players in. He's gonna make the team too weak, and we're gonna get done over. It's gonna be a shock exit. This is what I can see happening. I'm not saying that we won't.
Port Vale
next week.
Not to Port Vale. I'm not saying to Port Vale. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying with Arteta and his thinking, what he's going to do in the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup, it's been proven since he's won the FA Cup. How many games has he won? Three games. He's won 3 games. Yeah, how far have we been?
So
Come
do you
on.
think we'll win a trophy this year?
I'm not.
I don't believe we'll win a trophy this season. No, I don't.
Rashid?
Oh.
No.
No. Even Carabao Cup, no, bro. Unfortunately.
Actually, can I ask you guys a different question? Because I've asked a few people this question. If we won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, would you be happy? Would you still feel underwhelmed?
Oh, yes. That was last season. I would have accepted that still. I would have accepted that.
Very
And
underwhelmed.
I'll tell you.
I agree with Negative Dan on this.
I'll tell you
also feel
something,
underwhelmed.
Anton, yeah? I'll tell you something, Anton. Even my team, like my people, like that are all negative, you know what I'm saying, on this YouTube platform, you man know them, they would actually be happy with that. I, on the other hand,
Dan
I don't
Potts
agree
said
with
he'd
that.
be
I
happy
can't
with
lie.
that. I'm like,
I know, like even Dan Potts are people, you know what I'm saying? Well, we're all Arsenal, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to say, like, it's just last season would have been all right, but this season, I'm not looking for these, you know what I'm saying? I want more. I want way more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? I want the big trophy. I think we spent enough to see a big trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't spend all this money and this time to go for a Carabao Cup. You know what I'm saying? And even though it is quite impressive. Don't get me wrong, it is quite impressive. But like I said, we gave back to Arteta as well. We gave back to Arteta as well.
And
So
I
the
believe,
least you
I
can do.
believe that I believe if he wins a Carabao Cup or FA Cup, he stays. And listen to this one, even if he don't win nothing, I don't think he's gone nowhere. I think we've got at least another 2 years of this guy.
Oh shit.
100%.
Is it?
I don't know. I think if it was
That's
Edu,
not-
yes.
Sack him.
But
I don't think they'll
think
sack him end of the season if he wins nothing. I don't think so.
Well, they say
don't know.
context. I know what they'll do. They'll say context and then obviously go with that narrative, and they
But
can
if-
paint out
if-
anything
if-
they want.
The problem is that with the squad, it's not a problem. It's actually a great thing. With the squad that we've got now, the context in which I would keep him is probably not very likely to happen. Like you would have to have a massive injury plague,
Final,
or have
final.
guys sent off like in 50% of your games now for us to have that sort of context. That's how deep this squad is now. Like that's why it's no excuses. Like he's literally got everything to win it. That's the truth, and that's why I keep saying I disagree with Dan at the top. I keep saying Andrea Berta. This guy does not mess about. He's brought it into this club to do a job, and he's done everything he can for this manager. And he would be like, "I've given you everything, man, and you still couldn't win anything."
Let me say this, right? If we didn't win nothing and we finished, say, 6 points off the top, right? Got to a Champions League semi-final and even picked up an FA Cup. If Arsenal then turned around and said, "Look, Arteta, great point you actually made earlier, Rashid, in that, you know, yes, he's done a great job for us, but we've also we gave him an opportunity when he was no one, and his stock is really high now. You know, if Flick leaves Barcelona, which I don't think he's going to be there for long. He's quite an older manager. He doesn't stay for long. Arteta could potentially leave Arsenal with an FA Cup, a Champions League semi-final, going close to the title again, and walk into the Barcelona job. But if Berta said, right, that's it, I'm pulling it now. Like I gave you everything you needed. I gave you all the money. You've got us close. And no, listen, if he did that and went and got Diego Simeone, I can't say I wouldn't be excited. And I'd be right behind him straight away. Because I've always rated Diego Simeone as a manager. And the team is just, Diego Simeone would be licking at his lips at a team like this. For sure.
I think after a while as well, Simeone has been at Atletico Madrid for so long, like he probably might be looking for a new challenge. Like not just that, being at a club that long, but not even being like the top cat in that league, like having to basically be third most seasons.
Does he speak English?
Think about if it was Arsenal, we were third every single year, basically. Like
they won the league not that long ago, though, right? And it was like 2 seasons.
Yeah, well, I think it's a lot further than you remember.
He wins here and there. He wins here and there.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. It's just different. The thing is about Arteta. People forget that. Always say about what Arteta gave us. What we gave him is not talked about enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not talked about enough. And I personally believe like any manager, not just Simeone, any manager that's won before, that has a good CV, like this club has a good CV as well. 13 league titles, you know what I'm saying? FA Cups and a lot of trophies as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've got trophies there. You need someone of your ilk. You need someone of your level. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't just go bank on, you know what I'm saying, on somebody else. JP Morgan ain't gonna make me manager. Do you know what I'm saying? No, or CEO, sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna make me, are they? They're not just gonna bank on Rashid and think that maybe he'll make it. Let's say I work in like a medium-sized kind of like because to give it context, obviously Arteta was Pep Guardiola's assistant. I was just trying to like give an example, but like let's say I work in a mid company, they're not just gonna give you that. You get what I'm trying to say? You gotta earn it. You gotta come with medals.
I know a lot of people who bullshitted their way through interviews to get themselves big jobs.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. But like, what I mean is like, Berta. Why were you happy with Berta when he came? Because he has a CV. He has something 100%. Like every time you talk about, you know what I'm saying? Berta. Why? CV. And he proved to you this season, look what he can do. I feel like he can do more. I'll be honest. I feel like he can do more. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys think about how Berta makes Edu look
If
Rodrigo
Arteta,
was
if
was
Berta
more.
doesn't
You know what
come
I'm
in,
saying? That
we've
cherry.
got Benjamin Sesko right now. If Berta don't come in, I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you.
100.
Yeah,
100.
100. Like
100%,
honestly,
bro.
guys,
I feel like
can I ask you guys, like, do you think that like if Arteta wins, that this is a massive scrutiny on Edu? Like we might have said that maybe Edu was the one that should have been out the whole time, and now that he's gone, that we've actually addressed the issue. Like, because I think it's night and day. He
Edu
gives
was
him
definitely a problem.
no excuses.
Yeah,
I
What?
think Edu was definitely a problem, but I think it was Edu and Arteta together, to be honest.
The last two transfer windows are chalk and cheese, though, isn't it? This is what directors are bought in football for to do now, and I think Edu is you can
He did
see
make
now.
some good signings, though. Let's
Yeah,
be
he did
honest.
make a few. But I think the big ones, the big ones were more Arteta getting on the phone and speaking to these players, such as Declan Rice and stuff like that. Edu, he made a lot of signings where he was in with his Brazilian mates and stuff like that, and you can see he's doing it.
Gabriel, one of Arsenal's best signings ever.
He's doing, yeah, but he's doing it at Forest now.
But also on the same summer, he brought in Willian.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And obviously, look, the signings we made this summer, and I don't know enough about FFP to know because you look at Liverpool they didn't spend nothing, and then they spent 430 million. And Arsenal, we only spent 34 million last year on Calafiori, or 40 million, and then we made Raya permanent and Mikel Merino, right? So we still spent
Marino, yeah.
we still
80.
spent whatever it was, 80 million or whatever it was, right?
I will give
And this-
Edu credit.
Let me finish. In this season, we spent 300 million, yeah? So I don't know if it was to do with FFP or what, because I feel like this money we spent this year on these players, we should have done that last season, because last season we were 2 points off the top, right?
Facts.
And then, we would have had the injuries, but we would have been able to cope with it. And then I'm not saying we would have won the league, but it would have been a hell of a lot closer, that's for sure. So I think every Arsenal fan now, even like most Arsenal fans, obviously there's some people that are just the too far gone on Arteta out, and the two on Arteta in.
Yeah,
I think
the
most
in and out.
most Arsenal fans can agree this is the year. Whether you want him out or you want him in, everyone I think kind of agrees that he has to win this year. Whatever that winning is, but he has to win. There has to be some trophies this season. That's for sure.
What I'll
I
say
think
on
that's the
that,
difference
Dan,
between last year and this year.
Now I was gonna say to any man that's sitting there and they're Arteta out, yeah. When we win games, just enjoy it, man, because that's as good as it's gonna get, man. It's a dark place being Arteta out. I'm telling you, it can be very, very dark. You see,
That's
when
what I
we
was.
win games, big games,
Remember that post match we
enjoy
were both on, Dan? Remember that post match after Leeds? We were both on it, yeah. Actually, all three of us were on it, right?
Yeah.
That some of the stuff that some of our fans were saying on a 5-0 win that day, blew my mind. Like I was talking with Cal personally after that, and I'm like, "What was that?" Like that. I was talking about. We went on to the whole thing about the vibes after that. Like if you want to win, you got to put positive vibes into the air. Like if you're talking about all this losing
as an
shit,
Arteta, like I said, as an Arteta out, man. You have to find some positivity somewhere, or it's going to be a dark place for you all season.
I go to the games to enjoy myself, to meet friends, to socialise, to watch football. If I come out of there, we've won 5-0 and I'm complaining, bruv, I might as well stay at home. Honestly, I might as well stay at home. Seriously, because that's.
I guess Arteta got to give us something as well to kind of like because we're giving nothing in return.
Yeah, but if he's giving you a 5-0 win, surely you go home happy.
Yeah, but not enough. We're looking for something bigger.
The only time I get like that is if Liverpool have won the title and we've got 3 more games. I'm not celebrating those games there.
I'm saying, Rashid, the stream we were on, people were coming on going, "Oh yeah, but we scored from a set piece, but we did this, we didn't do that, and all the things we didn't do, rather than we didn't
score for 30 minutes."
Yeah, do you know what I mean? We won 5-0. Like, so let's get behind the team. Look at the positives, and then after maybe you can say there were times where we looked a bit like whatever, rare. But to come on a stream straight away and be like, it wasn't a good performance, like when you've just won 5-0, you do think some people they're just saying this for either for clicks or they're just saying it because of where they are in their life.
Do you know that's a myth? The kick's a myth. I think if you're a positive fan, you'll get more clout than negative fan. I'll give you that by experience, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know what? I heard someone say that the other day, and I heard someone said that the other day. No, someone was saying it in the comments. I was watching a guy on AFTV. I was going through because I was watching, seeing our video, and there was a guy in there, I can't remember his name, but apparently he's changed now. From he was Arteta in, used to call him the king and that. He's changed, and he's against him now. Someone written the views. They said it. He's just doing it for clicks, and someone said what you just said. You'll get more clicks from being positive. But I don't know. I'm new to this
100%.
game. I'm not sure.
No, you're right. You know, Dan, from when we was out on
Look
the
at
weekend.
Lee Gunner's account. Look at his account. I mean, he changed his persona.
The only guy that's
numbers went high.
Yeah, the only guy that's
no. Let's not do that.
Is that Cal? What's his name? The guy who comes on the terrace stand. What's his name?
Which one?
The positive guy. The positive guy. What's his name?
Igal.
That's it, yeah.
Igal.
That was my guy, you know. I love Igal.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. But no. Look, Anton, I'll be real, yeah. It's about it's not about that, you know what I'm saying? Like Lee Gunner, for example, been hustling for time, you know what I'm saying? Like I know
Very long time.
He's been hustling for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And if he was a positive fan, I believe that he'd get more than what he is right now. Right now, I believe, you know what I'm saying?
I watched him in the early days. He used to be a very positive fan.
Yeah,
people don't remember that.
He used to be a very positive fan, but like enough's enough. Like I said, if you get to a certain point in life, you know what I'm saying? You get to a certain point where you're like, it's enough. Everybody broke, you know what I'm saying? Wenger broke all of us, you know what I'm saying, Anton? It broke all of us. You get me? So
I was Wenger out. I didn't believe that. I was Wenger out.
Wait, so I've got to read out this super chat here. Yeah, Igal was probably the one who come up with "Win the Dog" for Arteta.
Yeah, probably. Probably,
AFC
man.
Do you want to do what we do every week? Just quickly, predictions, Premier League this week?
Yeah, Super 6. Go on, bro. Let's try and
all right, First game, Liverpool versus Everton. Dan, what do you think?
That's at Liverpool, isn't it? Do you know what, bro? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Everton have been good. Jack Grealish is going to cook Szoboszlai. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Great question.
Anton?
Yeah.
Does Isak play this game?
Why? Why you?
No, because it's a different result.
Champions League, or if he's on the bench in the Champions League, then maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna say 2-0. All right, 1-1.
Let's say he does. Let's say he does, and let's say he doesn't.
That's without him. He does 3-1 Liverpool. He doesn't 1-1.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go 3-2 Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough game, sticky. Everton are going to score as well, but Liverpool are going to somehow, some way. It's like Salah, bro. Salah could not touch the ball 88 minutes in a game. Boom, touches the ball, goal. I don't understand how, but you know what I'm saying? I don't understand how, but they just do it. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way.
I'm going to go.
They do.
I'm going to go. Liverpool going to drop their first points in this game. I'm going to go for a draw in that.
3 of us
Everton started decent. Yeah.
Scoreline.
1-1.
My man.
Brighton, Tottenham.
Where is it away or
Brighton are at home?
I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go 2-2 again. 2-2.
Yeah.
Anton.
1-1.
I'll go on Rash. Yeah. 1-1.
Sorry. Yeah. 1-1. Yeah.
We'll go round negative Dan, positive Dan, Rashid, then Anton at the end.
Tottenham are getting beaten, bro. 2-1. Brighton.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I actually think 3-2. I think it'll be a high scoring game. But I think Brighton will win. Like Brighton turned City over at home. So
yeah. Go on, Dan. Next game.
Next game is have they sacked Potter yet? Or is he still there? He's still there, isn't it?
No, he's still there.
If he's still there today, he's still there next weekend.
West Ham, Crystal Palace.
So they've gone 2-2. So West Ham and Crystal Palace. West Ham are at home?
Yep.
I'm going to go for 3-1 Crystal Palace.
Straight away. Man, West Ham need to sack just a little. Man, West Ham need to sack that part.
You know what?
They need to sack him, bro.
West Ham Crystal Palace. I'm gonna go for a draw in that. 2-2.
Fair. Derby, I understand.
I'm gonna say
2-1 Crystal
0-0.
Palace. I think
I'm
2-1
saying
Crystal
Palace.
Palace, man. Never. So weak.
I say 0-0.
So weak.
Yeah, 0-0. Yeah.
Yeah, I just see it's
Next.
0-0 written everywhere.
Next game, big one. Man United Chelsea.
Do you know
Who's
what?
going
I think
first?
that's going to be the. I think that's going to be the nail in the coffin. I think that's going to be 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 to Chelsea. I think that's it. He's done. He's done.
Is it
He's
Old
gone
Trafford
after that.
or Old Trafford or
Old
Stamford?
Trafford, yeah.
Wherever it-
Old-
Yeah,
I think it's
still
Old
going
Trafford.
3-0 Chelsea, man. 3-0, 3-1. But yeah, let's say 3-0 Chelsea.
I'll go to second you on that. Dan.
Mm.
Cole Palmer
Yeah,
with a
2-0
brace.
Chelsea. I feel it's 2-0 Chelsea, bro. I don't think Man United are gonna score. I don't know.
Oh, United.
I know.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Their shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
you ready for this,
Yeah.
boys? You ready for this,
Cool.
boys? I said it yesterday in the group chat, so I'm not giving it away. I just think football is a funny game, man. I think Man United actually win. I think they're gonna win like maybe 2-1 or 2-0 or something. It's just that Garnacho coming home thing. I just don't know. Like I feel like sometimes like football throws up funny results, and a lot of the times it happens to Chelsea. Like let's like not forget Chelsea here this season has dropped points at home to Crystal Palace and also dropped points to Brentford. Like I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be one of those weird games. United going to win.
Big up
I'll be
David
there
Speaks
for it.
Football. David Speaks Football. You said
Garnacho scores. I'm done.
you said City would get a result against City. Yes, I did, and I was completely wrong. So that's why I've just watched how useless you were against City. And I think Chelsea are just as good, or maybe not quite as good as City, but they're a top side, and I think they play good football, and I think they'll go to Old Trafford and they'll win 3-0. But big up David Speaks Football, man. Best Man United content creator out there. Go and watch him, people, man. Go and subscribe.
All right, next
Yeah.
game is Bournemouth Newcastle.
Bournemouth at home?
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I think Newcastle are picking up a bit of form now. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Newcastle win.
Yeah, I agree with that, Dan. I think it'll be 2-1. That's good prediction.
Yeah, 1-0. 1-0 Newcastle, bro. I think they'll win. Yeah, I think they'll win, man.
He looks all right, that new fella, doesn't he? Watermead as well.
Yeah.
I'm
You never know
going
with
to go.
Newcastle, man.
I'm going to go
Anton?
2-0 Bournemouth. I'm going to say 2-0 Bournemouth.
Wow.
All right.
You know what? Newcastle, just to touch on that, Newcastle, their midfield is just wow. I think their
Top
midfield
draw.
is way better than
Can I ask
the
you a
rest.
question though? Because the Newcastle guys are very are like banging their chest about their midfielders. Do you think that who would you rather have, like Tonali or Bruno or Zubimendi?
Tonali.
Bruno
I'll take
Guimaraes you're
Tonali.
talking about.
Yeah,
Bruno Guimaraes is a fucking baller, man. He's a great player. It's hard to
he's a
say,
baller as
innit?
well.
Because Zubimendi's just starting, man. And we're going to go with my Arsenal guy, innit? But, that Bruno Guimaraes, man, if I could have picked a midfielder, bro, he would have been the person I would have picked. If you could start the season, if you could have said you could pick one player, I would have picked, like, realistic player. I would have picked him, man. I think he's absolutely quality, man. Real top.
He's got a bit
top
about
tier.
him as well.
Yeah, he's got everything. He reminds me of like Xhaka on steroids, bro.
Yeah,
That's
got a
what he
little
reminds
nasty streak in him. Sometimes you need that.
me.
And
AFC
last
always,
but not-
Newcastle's midfield is better than
But the
ours. Go on,
midfield
what's
they
the last
have
one?
of like Joe Linton.
Do you know what?
the
I
strength
don't
and-
think their midfield's better
I
than
would
ours.
say
No,
so.
no way. I think Declan Rice is better than all of their midfielders.
I don't think
I
anybody's
disagree
midfield's
with
better
that
than
one, I
ours.
can't lie. I disagree
You don't
with
think
that
so?
one now, I can't lie.
I wouldn't
Their
pick
midfield
anyone's
is
midfield
balanced.
over ours.
No, I don't think their
Is it?
midfield is better than ours. No way.
There's just-
Declan Rice is too good, man. Tonali is a baller. That's right, James Edward King. Thanks for watching and tuning in, bro. Big up, James. Tonali is a baller. There's no doubt about it. He is and listen,
Nice.
it's close. They've got one of the best midfielders in the league. But I just think Declan Rice is that game changer. I think Declan Rice
Is Guimaraes better than
Absolutely.
Odegaard? Would you have him over Odegaard?
Yes.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Well, different positions. One's
Different positions,
one's like,
yeah.
But you can
on
play that
form-
position, like that
He can
number
play that
8.
position.
That
He had
Odegaard
more
plays.
GA than Odegaard last season. That's a fact.
Tonali is better than Rice. Come on, bro. What are you smoking, man?
No,
AFC.
no.
What are you smoking, bro?
What?
Man?
No.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so too. But I don't know where you're talking. Talking
You
number
think
8 or
Tonali's
number
better than
6.
Rice?
I don't know.
You think?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
You
in the
think
midfield.
Tonali's better
Yeah.
than Rice?
Number 8. Number 8
You
as a
think
number 8.
Tonali-
Yeah. No,
Tonali's a better number 8 than Rice.
I know that Tonali plays in the number 6, but I think he'll ball from the number 8 as well. He can play that whole
You
midfield.
think he's better?
Yeah.
You better than Declan Rice,
As a number 8, yeah, 100%.
bro. If they get a number 8 or 6,
But
you
it's
think
just
he's a
gonna
better
take.
footballer. You think
Oh
he's a
yeah,
better
footballer
than
as well.
Declan Rice?
Yeah, footballer. Yeah, but
Wow.
physically, as a
Fucking hell,
physical
you must-
player, Declan Rice.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I do.
crazy to hear that, bro, man. For
But
me,
that will
Declan
just
Rice is
take
the
us
best
to another
pound-
show. We'll do it someday.
Yeah.
We'll do it someday.
We'll do it definitely.
it
Because for me,
someday.
he's the best.
Are you one of those?
pound-
You're not a big Rice guy, Rashid?
I like the ticket. Yeah, I'm not a big Rice guy. I'll be real, bro. You know who I'm a big fan of? Arsenal. Just throw out Saliba, Gabriel, Max Dowman, Saka. It's interesting. I like Gyökeres as
Eze,
well.
gotta be
I'm saying
Eze.
Eze, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Declan Rice, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of him.
Wow.
It's a bit
You get
harsh,
me?
a bit harsh, Rash. It's a bit harsh, man.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
that.
I
I hear
think
that.
Rice-
No, I hear that.
I think
No, but
Rice
I
is
hear what
a
you're saying
in
player,
football.
man.
I hear what you're saying
I
about
don't
in the
care.
number 8 role, though. I prefer to see
Yeah,
Rice
in the
in the
number
number
8.
6, if I'm being honest. Because I feel
Yes.
like he could do the same sort of things he does from the number 8, but he's just
Yeah.
not creative enough for me to be playing.
Let's be honest. If we didn't sign Rice over Man City at the time we did, we're not even having
Yeah.
conversations like we're having now. I think
Man
he
City
raised the ceiling
offered
for us.
85. We paid 105. 105. Is that how much we paid?
Yeah.
Man City offered 85, which I think is fair.
Declan Rice is the most important player for Arsenal, for me.
Mm.
That's
Wow.
I
what
don't know
agree.
about that one still.
That's
I
a
don't know
bold
about
take,
that
man.
one. I can't lie.
What,
I mean,
Gabriel?
look, we won 3-0 with him on the bench, though. But
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's,
know.
I don't think he's the most
Forest,
important.
Forest at home.
I feel like
Yeah,
both centre backs are the important ones. Gabriel and Saliba, they're the important.
No, I think they've
in
got
this team.
Mascara now.
yeah,
Come
no,
in and
I say
dominate.
Rice in one.
Yeah, with Mosquera, it's starting to change. I'll be real. I agree. I like Mosquera.
And Nkapie.
Yeah,
Nkapie,
hopefully I
yeah.
see more from him.
Yeah,
I
Declan
can't
Rice,
I think Nkapie starts tomorrow. Actually, I'd start Nkapie tomorrow.
Yeah,
You
hopefully
starting
we
where?
do. I want to see him
Where
Nkapie.
would you start? Oh, tomorrow. I thought you meant you'd start him. Like,
No.
tomorrow, yeah.
Bilbao.
Yeah, that would be nice to see him play tomorrow. Definitely, 100% for sure. Well,
Yeah.
left back or
Right,
left centre?
last game,
Left
big
back.
one. Arsenal, Man City.
Oof.
Oh yeah, big one. I'm gonna go for 3-1 Arsenal. Gyökeres to score.
Madness.
I'm gonna go
We beat them
2-1.
5-1 last year, Rash, mate. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah,
right.
true.
Madness. He's
True, but
going
it's just
easy
different.
this year.
There's
Rodri,
no
no
Rodri.
Rodri.
There was no Rodri. So I think it's going to be a bit different this game. Rodri's
Go on,
a
Rash.
big part of Man City, yeah. But what
Yeah,
did
I'm
you
sure
say,
we were
Dan?
missing. We were missing players.
I said
as well.
2-1. I said
Well,
2-1
Arsenal, yeah.
Arsenal. Yeah.
2-1 Arsenal. I respect that still. 2-2. 2-2. I think we'll draw that game. I think we'll draw.
I think I'll go with the
2-2, but we
3-1
both
as well.
score.
I think we'll go behind. Actually, I think Haaland will score something like early on, like the first 10 minutes or so, and then we'll click into gear after that. I think 3-1.
Wow.
Hopefully, innit?
Well, no one's saying that. Well, no one believes that we're gonna lose, so that's a good thing, isn't it?
That's a good thing. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But even in the big games, we've been like this, no? We've been like this in the big games. I was never like someone that, you know, who scares me? But teams like Newcastle and that sit back properly and know how to transition. Teams like that scare me. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Except for
here's the
PSG.
thing.
PSG was the only team that kind of like went at us and beat us and just
The way City
apart from
defend,
them-
is suited perfectly to Arsenal. See that goal that we score, Calafiori to Eze to Gyökeres? We 1000% do that against Man City's defense, the way they defend.
Yeah,
Like
Right
Gyökeres,
back
the way
was
he
terrible.
cheated on Portugal. He scored a hat trick against City last year. Like the way
Yeah.
he like the way
But the
they
right
showed
back
up.
was terrible, innit?
Perfectly
low block
suited for him.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Haaland against Gyökeres. That game, there's going to be fireworks in that game. It's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a
I'm
lit
fucking
game,
I'm
man.
buzzing
It'd
for
be,
that
it'd be
game,
good
man.
to see the lineup, innit? If Saliba's back as well, that's a big thing as well. But if Mosquera's there, that'll be his first big test, I would say, against Haaland.
Tuesday,
I believe.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There we go. 5 days, mate. I can't wait, bro. Buzzing for that, man. Buzzing. Cannot
But
wait.
yeah, let's wrap it up, man. I just want to say thank you to the panel. Big shout out to Arsenal Revolution, TV Rashid.
Oh,
Links in the description. Anton, he's got 2 channels. Link in the description as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Big up Dan, obviously.
We're going to be going live every Monday now. It's going to be an every Monday thing, 8:30. So come and tune in. We're going to be obviously mainly focusing on Arsenal, but we'll go through the rest of the Premier League games and all of that. Hopefully, I'm going to drop some videos between now and then, and we might even do another live. Who knows? So look at, guys, get your notifications on, because this is what I always forget. Like, subscribe, but get the notifications on so you know
Get
when
that
we're going
bell
live.
on, all of that.
All of that business, man. And yeah, man,
We're
thanks for
building,
everyone
we're
for
building.
watching. Thanks for you guys coming on, man. We're a new channel, so we appreciate it, man.
Big up
Yeah,
the
man, I
fans.
think it's
Positive
been
and
a good
negative.
show, man.
always.
Yeah.
James Edward
Yeah.
King, David Speaks Football. Anyone that made a comment, like, subscribe, all of that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
AFC always. You've been with us the whole stream, man. So big yourself up, man. Appreciate that, man.
big up, man. Big up AFC, bro. AFC is everywhere to
Big
back
up,
his boy.
big
That's
up
it.
Terry and David, who's been who dropping the comments from the
Yeah,
PFT
big up
community,
Football
so.
Terrace,
Big
Terry.
up,
We
man.
see you, all of that.
Mm.
And yeah, back next week, man.
Arsenal
Lit,
gonna win the
lit,
league.
man.
Let's go. Nice one, boys.
Yeah.
Big up.